So next I'll show you sample videos that this camera has taken. I have pulled the HD version directly from the SD card, and that's what you'll be seeing. There'll be both daytime and nighttime. You can check out things like the quality of the video, how far the night IR illuminates. So check out these sample videos. So you've been watching sample videos that this camera has recorded over the past 6 weeks. I will continue to show you more, but right now it is time for my final thoughts. I'm going to start out with the positives. I like this camera's compact design, and I actually like the mount that this camera includes. When I first saw this plastic mount, I was a little bit skeptical, was not sure if it was going to be sturdy enough or how easily it would mount to a tree. I'm pleased to say that after using this camera for about 6 weeks, I actually prefer this type of mount. You can simply strap the base part to the tree. If you choose, you can also put the solar panel on that base and then simply slide your camera into place and tighten the thumb screw to hold it securely. I like the camera's compact and camo design. I find that its smaller footprint makes it easier to disguise or to hide, and I find the camo pattern blends in fairly well with a variety of backgrounds. Another positive for me is the quality of the recorded videos. I thought they were good, both the daytime and nighttime videos. The daytime videos had good color, and the nighttime videos had good illumination, and you had no trouble seeing out at quite a distance. Another positive is its trigger speed. I was actually impressed with this camera's trigger speed. Multiple times the camera would trigger when animals were at a far distance or off to the side and simply coming into view. I felt like it was capturing them each and every time. I never felt like I was missing any of the action. Again, as the animal approached, it seemed to trigger and it would begin recording even when the animals, big and small, were off in the distance. Now, are there things that I think could be improved or things that I had trouble with this camera? Well, the first thing that I dealt with when the camera was brand new, the playback of the nighttime videos seemed to be at a higher speed. In other words, when I played back the nighttime videos, everything looked like it was in fast motion. I contacted the company and there was a firmware update that I was able to download, and it fixed that problem. Now, the great thing about this is the firmware was an over-the-air firmware update. I never had to go and retrieve the camera or turn the camera on and off to install this firmware. It was as simple as going into the app and updating the firmware. The other thing that I'll put into the negative column, for me, the included solar panel was not able to keep up with the battery demand when I first mounted the camera. I had it overlooking the edge of a field and a wood line that came down to that field. I tried to place the camera at the best angle to capture as much sunlight as possible. Well, we had a period of cloudy, rainy, cold winter-like weather, and the solar panel was not able to keep up with the battery, and the battery actually died. I retrieved the camera and fully charged the battery back up using USB power and then remounted the camera, but this time I used the included extension cable. Although they included that USB extension cable that allows you to remotely mount that solar panel, they do not include a base that would easily allow you to mount it to the tree other than the base of the camera. In other words, what's included with this solar panel works great when you're mounting it directly onto the camera's base, but if you want to mount it to the tree, maybe 10, 15 feet away or up higher in the tree, you're going to have to supply your own base or mounting mechanism. Now the panel does have a 1/4-20 mount, so it makes it relatively easy, but keep in mind you might have to buy or else DIY a mount if you choose to use that extension cable. It's worth noting that while in communication with the company, they did indicate that some future models will have a larger solar panel to help capture even more sunlight. So those were my final thoughts. Overall, it was a good camera. It worked well for me. I liked the quality of the videos, its compact design, and its camo pattern.